sick of everybody saying we fucking slaves. We ain't no damn slaves.
The murder of Michael Brown has become the source of what musician Lauryn Hill poetically called Black Rage in her dedication to the slain 18-year-old.
Michael Brown!
On the streets of Brown's hometown, Ferguson, now internationally known after the militarization of the community, victims of police harassment and intimidation describe what it's like to walk in their shoes. Have you been racially profiled before?
Since I was 13. Since I was 13, I've been racially profiled.
They stopped me because I got dreads. I guess I'm supposed to be a criminal.
These dirty ass police, all of them, Ferguson, ain't never been no good since we was kids. They used to pick me and my homeboys up and harass me.
Such a horrific experience, just dealing with the police. Such a horrific experience, having someone put their hands on you, violate your space.
In the apartment complex where Michael Brown was gunned down by police officer Darren Wilson, the community is doing what was once unthinkable, openly voicing the racism they face on a daily basis.
I got a 6-year-old son. What's gonna happen when my son turns 17 and he walking down the street? He already got 2 strikes against him. He's black and he's a man. Now he can't have no tattoos, long hair, out the window.
It's just saying like he want to mark his territory basically to show how much authority they got. That's what I think with all these cops killing all these young men, the man on Riverview, Mike, all that, they just trying to show how much authority they have over us, what they can do to us.
Then Ferguson police, if you know the history about them, they not right anyway. You know, the history is not right. They racist.
Anytime they feel that they want to get sharpened on their shooting skills, they find a black man to kill, or a black woman. And the reason why they're doing this is because they can get away with it.
We couldn't take it anymore, you know, and then to make matters even worse, not even a week later, 2 police officers killed another one of our guys, you know, and it's ridiculous, you know, it's sad, it's horrible. It's uncomfortable, it's scary, you know, I don't know what to do.
Adding fuel to the fire, another young black man, Kajami Powell, was gunned down last week 4 miles away from where Brown was killed. The incident was caught on tape. After shooting the young man several times, officers handcuffed his dead body, sparking even more outrage over what many here call the blatant disregard for black lives.
They could have shot him in the hand. They could have tased him. They could have tackled him. There are a number of things that they could have done. It could have been my son.
Statistics indicate racial profiling is not only common in Ferguson, but systematic. A recent study report conducted by Arch City Defenders found the rate at which black residents are pulled over or issued petty fines is disproportionate to the black population of Ferguson. 87% of vehicle stops and traffic fines are issued to black residents, although they make up 67% of the population, compared to just 12% of vehicle stops and fines given to white residents, who make up 27% of Ferguson's population. Statistics recorded by the Ferguson Police Department show an overwhelming majority of the court cases that go through Ferguson's municipal court involved black residents.
And it shows that there's a disproportionate number of people pulled over, even in proportion to their representative population in Ferguson, Florissant, and Bell Ridge.
Police singling out black commuters and residents is twice and sometimes 3 times more likely than their white neighbors. Once pulled over or stopped by the police, black residents are typically searched without warrants, fined, and/or arrested. Of the 60 municipalities surveyed in the report, Ferguson was among the 3 worst counties for vehicle stops and petty fines targeting black residents.
We decided to focus on 3 courts where we saw the most egregious examples, and that was Bell Ridge, Ferguson, and Florissant. And when we looked at their budgets, it completely supported what our clients were saying. Ferguson budgets predicts that it will earn in revenue $2.65 million from court costs and fines per year. And that number has increased steadily from 2010 to 2013. So Florissant is the neighboring municipality, and it estimates that it'll bring in another, I think it's $1.5 or $1.6 million net off of these fines. So you've got two municipalities right next door to one another. You've got over $4 million in fines that are being brought in, generally derived from traffic tickets. These are, I want to be clear, these aren't felonies, these aren't violent infractions. These are the lowest level possible contact with the criminal justice system. You can get tickets in these courts for not cutting your grass.
They give us walking tickets. They ain't even, do they got such thing as walking tickets? We can't even walk down the street without them pulling up and trying to find out what's going on with us. We can't walk to the store without them pulling us over and wanting to find out what we got and what's on us and what we up to. Or what.
I'm talking about harassment after harassment. And then it's one thing, they see you probably stole some time before when you, or a little time ago, they start seeing you on the street, they want to pull you up. Wow, where you going? They used to tell me, I know you a thief, you don't never keep none of this yours.
Just times where I just got pulled over for no reason. Like I got my car searched like 3-4 times already.
With a warrant, without a warrant? Without a warrant?
Without a warrant.
You know, when they get to court, they report not being treated very humanely, and we have witnessed that. We've witnessed judges and prosecutors being very dismissive. There are courts in Jennings where there will be hundreds and hundreds of people outside that court, and this contributes to our clients feeling that they're not being treated very well. Is if it's 105 degrees outside, they don't let them in the court before the court starts. And it doesn't matter how much space there is. There could be plenty of room for everybody to get in and get out of the heat, but they make them stand in the parking lot.
The Ferguson and the surrounding counties are not having court. You know why? They don't want the media to see the lines of black people going to court, standing outside, paying their money. They don't want you they don't want you to see all that. I bet you as soon as the cameras get up out of here, business as usual.
And when the business of the county's second source of revenue income relies heavily on the county's poorest residents, advocates for reforming the legal justice system say it's no surprise black members of the community complain of racial profiling and driving the black population further into poverty and social alienation.
It's a structural system. It's a structural problem. It's systemic racism. You could put African American judges in those courts. You could put all the African American police you wanted on the street, and that may lower kind of the effective filter when they come into contact. If minorities come into contact with judges who look like them, that may be better. It doesn't change anything about the system that's in place. And the fact that once a line item on a budget says we're going to collect $2.6 million from court costs and fines, the number's not going down.
It's like rage is founded on blatant denial, squeeze economics, subsistence survival.
Every time. So what are you specifically doing about racial profiling? Of course, I mean, we train our officers, we continue to train our officers, we continue to work. So
you think the cop was right for killing Mike Brown?
I have no idea what went on that day.
What you mean? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
No, hold up.
You said the police officer received great training on how to interact with the community, how to interface with the community, on not to racial profile, correct?
I did not say that.
No, I'm asking you, but they received training on how to be fair to the citizens, to protect and serve the citizens, correct?
Sure.
Well, why do the numbers bear out that the training and operations they do are racially motivated? That the numbers don't fit what the demographics is?
Okay.
What's the problem? That's the problem.
What's the problem?
You're white.
Yeah, that's
we
the
need
problem.
you out here and you sit at home and watch the television with your wife.
I just hope everybody saw that. That's the problem.
Of course, it is the problem. It's no secret. It's no secret.
You're a white man that has no connection to the black community that you're a mayor of.
Disconnected.
When the Real News asked Mayor Knowles about the findings in the report, he had this to say.
I'm not familiar with that report, so.
Okay.
I couldn't comment on it, so I'm not familiar with what's going on in that report.
If you go into the books for the system will tell you that you are a slave, that you are indentured servant to this system.
I don't want to listen to the system. The system will break you down.
Back in Brown's neighborhood, community organizing to implement immediate changes to the justice system continue with no end in sight. This week, community leaders and legal advisors plan to submit a list of solutions to the racial tensions and inequalities that have remained hidden in Ferguson for decades. Jahan Hafiz for the Real News, Ferguson, Missouri.